The Lord gave the word, and great was the company of those who proclaimed it. Psalm 68:11. I always decide for some reason to make these videos when it just seems like such an inconvenient and just not a good time in my life, but I must be obedient and put my own personal issues aside and try to encourage my other brothers and sisters. I believe that in these last days that we will certainly have revival, and you're going to see miraculous things be done amongst the Christians, the true Christians. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be rainbows and butterflies, but sometimes through the fire, that's when we see greater miracles, greater revivals through the intensity of how things are going to get. I believe that, yes, it's going to get very intense. Yes, we're going to feel the pushback, but through God's love and grace and unity and God's people, we can find our way through to the end of this race through faith, love, and hope. And the greatest of these is love. And in my I had a few dreams, and I know God is showing me things about my personal life, but I know God is also showing me like what is also going to happen as to America as a whole, or even just everywhere, not just America. But I know that things are gonna just turn. I know it's revival for the church and judgment for the wicked, but I know things might get pretty bad because of these it was like a chronological dream. Like I'd wake up, have this weird dream, and then go back to sleep, and then it'd continue, and I'd wake up and then it'd continue, and it was just a weird dream. Like I just felt like I was being assaulted all through the night. But I know God was trying to show me something, and one was just demonic attacks on God's people. Two, it might be famine. It has to do something with food going to waste. I don't know if that means famine or something else. And 3 was finances. It was something about my finances. So there's going to be some kind of economic downturn or something like that. And it's not to scare you. It's not to go hoard everything. But it's just to be careful and be in prayer and be responsible with your finances. Another thing is, and even through economic troubles, always remember to be faithful to giving. It's very important to not be greedy when times are hard, because God always provides. And 4 was I don't know, I think it has something to do with the division of the country or just in the world, the iron versus the clay, and a division, and names like Fire and Traveler were in the midst of this chaos, this mess, I guess you can say. And so during this mess, that it was I think it was something to do with the iron and the clay not mixing, and I strongly believe that's God's people and the world. And I just don't know how bad it's going to get before God comes back, or if he's just going to come before it gets bad. But he is the restrainer, and I believe that he is coming very soon. And whether he comes now or in a year, we need to be ready, because just like the virgins, they knew to wait, and they knew what to look for. They knew what they were waiting for. They were all ready. They were all at the door. They knew it. But some of them didn't think it was going to take that long, and it ended up costing them the groom. So make sure you have plenty of faith and oil to get you through till the groom gets here. And that means faith, love, and hope, and staying faithful to God and encouraging God's people. And a lot of people are struggling right now. Don't give up. Stay on the right path. If you're struggling with something, ask God to help you. If you don't know if it's right or wrong, ask God to show you. You can't just believe anything anybody tells you nowadays. Like, you have to ask God for yourself, and pray and fast and seek him, and you will find him. He loves you. And just trust him for everything. And faith is what's going to get you through these last days. Do you believe in God or not? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Do you believe he's a miracle worker? Do you believe he's a healer and a provider? You have to have faith that he is everything he said he is, and the Bible is true, and he will help you in the same ways in these last days. Whether you need food, water, financial help, whatever it is, trust him to provide and help you. If he created the world, he can drop a pile of bread on your lap from a raven if he wanted to. You must believe in greater miracles.